The magnitude of handling a firearm, let alone carrying a firearm, is so overwhelming, especially for women who tend to be, you know, we ask a lot of questions, we're very responsible and stuff like that. And so, you know, that feeling can be very overwhelming for a lot of women.
The responsibility goes well beyond just doing the training, taking the course, purchasing the firearm, you know, deciding how you're going to carry, where you're going to carry, when you're going to carry. And so there's a lot more that goes into concealed carry that I think that people who are looking into it or have no idea about what concealed carry really is, there's a lot more to it than first meets the eye.
A lot of times it seems like there aren't other women out there experiencing it. And I know for me, I just really, my mother didn't have a license to carry, so who am I supposed to look to? And so being able to find the NRA and being able to look at all of, you know, the education pieces they put out and the women that they feature, that is, to me, the ultimate comfort. And so when I marched into my license to carry class and being the only woman, let alone the only person like my age there, you know, for me, it wasn't as daunting as it would have been.
When you're learning about the responsibilities and just the gravity of the situation and really taking concealed carry as seriously as we all do, how does it make you guys feel when you hear people talking about it on TV?
What's fascinating to me is when you see what's put out in the media, the concept that someone wants to put a gun on their hip and walk around.
It's like so like appalling, and we're like, hold on.
And Krystal, you have a great story with coming in at this from a small business owner and being a lovely woman. And can you tell us like how it feels for you to have that kind of sense of responsibility?
It is important, you know, living alone and then also, you know, having a business and then, you know, sometimes working late, coming in early, you know, being there super late at night when you're, you know, going out the back door and putting stuff in the dumpster and you're like, what was that noise? You know, you just don't know.
Sure.
So you feel so much more of a sense of, you know, I feel more confident in being able to do this at all times. So, yeah.
It's amazing that even with all this noise with the media, the national movement to be able to carry seems to be really out there.
Yeah.
It really does.
And just the sheer numbers, right? When some people who are anti the entire gun industry hear how many gun owners there are in America and do the math, it's mind-boggling. And it has to be, if I were in their shoes and hearing those facts and statistics, you have to think, do I need to get out of my inner circle and see what real America is like?
16 million right now.
Yeah.
I mean, and it just keeps growing and growing.
Yeah.
And that can't be like a fluky thing, right?
You're exactly right. And like at some point there is a tipping point, and I think we've probably hit it with 16 million. But it raises another really important conversation, and that's reciprocity, which is something that we're all working on right now. Or it's just something that's very present for us as a topic right now. I mean, I've been vetted by the FBI. I've got all the fingerprints done. I've done all the legal work in several states, by the way, that I need to do, and yet I can't carry in my home state, like where I live. I can't protect my child. And for me, reciprocity is a really, really big deal. And I know you travel all the time with your firearms for competition and that kind of thing, so it's a big deal for you, right?
Absolutely. It would make things, one, so much easier.
Yeah.
But you never have to worry about, am I going to be legal when I cross the state line?
Yeah.
Can I carry in this city? I mean,
Well, even picking up your guns from baggage claim, if you're in a state where that's not, you're a criminal the moment you pick that up off of
Or
the
if your
carousel.
plane gets diverted,
Right, yeah.
there's been people who've had
Exactly,
that.
yeah.
Their plane gets diverted, their bags get taken, they're in trouble. Or if you're on a road trip to a match and then all of a sudden you're like, wait, what state are we in?
Yeah.
Like, do we need to pull over and lock?
Yeah.
And it would be nice. The reciprocity would really be nice. And like you said, even if it's a state that you actually live in, then it's super important then.
It's maddening for my situation currently, but
And that's just LA County, right, Natalie?
well, that's true. California, and there's some other states. I believe New York is this way, Massachusetts as well. It's a county by county situation.
Because I have mine in California in Orange County, which is just south of you. We're not that far away from each other, but I can have my concealed carry permit and she can't.
Right.
So what do you do to fight that?
Yeah.
You have the NRA.
Yeah, exactly.
They're working on our behalf, and I know that every day. That's one of the reasons that I'm such an emphatic supporter.